Hi. All right. So I'm just sitting down right now drinking my tea. So it made me think like I should do a video about natural daily detox habits, things that you can do where you're not going to hurt yourself. It's not too intense for your body. So this is if you're chronically ill, if you're very, very sick. These are like gentle daily detox habits that you should do every day. I know they're not going to solve, getting out metals, and they're not going to solve getting out some serious chemical toxicity, but they all help and they all add up. And if you do them every day, it will help to lighten the load. None of this stuff is harmful. It doesn't put any stress on your kidneys or liver. It doesn't, cross the blood-brain barrier. It doesn't do anything that could be harmful for you. So these are the types of things that you want to do every day to really, really, really do that gentle detox so that you're already in motion when you go to do the other more intensive detoxes. Okay, so the first thing is to drink tea every day. Just an herbal tea. You can drink it in the morning, you can drink it before bed, you can have one in the afternoon, or twice a day, or 3 times a day. And the herbs that really work well as a gentle detox are milk thistle and dandelion root. So I just put like a ball in here. I just buy the herbs, and inside this ball is like just dandelion root, milk thistle seeds, and I just let it brew in there, and then I just drink it. It's actually still a little hot, so I have to nurse it right now. The next simple thing that you can do is green juices. So a very simple green juice, 1 to 3 times a day, with 1 to 3 ingredients. So you could do a basic cucumber, a basic celery. You could do cucumber and celery together. You could put in some green apple, which is great with the pectin and also with the vitamin C. You don't want to do a lot of juicing of fruit, but a half a green apple or 1 green apple is not going to do too much problems. You can also add lemon to your greens. So that's usually the trick, is a green apple or a lemon. So like I said, cucumber, celery. You can do whatever other type of greens that you want to do. So if you have, it's kind of annoying to juice like spinach. It's so hard, to get down into the juice of the leafier greens. I like to blend those up into a smoothie. But even just like 1 or 2 pieces of something. And I find plain lettuce, because it's not goitrogenic, it's not going to turn on any pathways, just like romaine lettuce is my green of choice. So I'll just take 1 romaine stalk and juice it, as well as the other 3 with lemon and or apple. So that's a great gentle detoxer, because it just helps to kind of flesh the body out as you're hydrating, and also remineralizes. So speaking of that, I have my notes here, so I just jotted down what I wanted to say. Sweating in the morning. So if you can get out and do a brisk walk or any kind of exercise, if you're really ill, you won't be able to sweat. Like, you won't be able to break a sweat. Even do like a 30-second run and then walking, 30-second run, walking. But if you're really ill, just be able to walk at a brisk pace. It all helps. But if you can't get yourself sweating through exercise, then you want to make sure that you're out in the sun during the day and actually getting the natural sweat, or do it when it's really, really hot out, like right in the afternoon, and you will sweat even if you're just walking. The other thing that you can do is a sauna. So if you're lucky enough to have a sauna in your house, sauna, steam, you want to sweat. So that, are really great ways to do it. I happen to have a sauna in my house, but exercise, the heat of the day, using the sun as your sauna, and just getting your heart rate up and moving the sweat around. So that's really important, because sweating, you're not using your liver and your kidneys and everything to eliminate. It's coming out through the skin, so it's a lot more gentle, and it's riding the sweat, so it's riding the water, and it's just such a better way. It's a gentle way to detox, and you should be doing this every day, because it can just help lessen if you're really, really ill and you're like, oh man, I can't sweat and I don't have a sauna and I'm not sure what to do, get in a super hot bath, because this is a tip as well. It will help you sweat just like that amount of heat. will help your body sweat, and you can even add minerals to it like sea salt and magnesium, clays like detoxer clays, baking soda to alkalize, whatever. And you sit in that bath and you will sweat. So if you just really can't get it any other way, the sweating, then try the super hot baths. And that brings me to baths. So do a bath as another, not just for sweating, but for another way to detox with the clays and the minerals, just to get, we're trying to flush things out of our skin. So we're trying to pull toxins out of the skin so that it's not all centered on, having to eliminate through the liver and kidneys. Okay, another way to do it is the neti pot in the morning for your sinuses. It will help just to clear out sinus. It does get back into the eyes, the brain, the nasal cavities, your mouth. So gargling with salt water, using a neti pot in the morning for your nasal cavity, your oral health, like your brushing, your oil pulling, gargling, really cleaning up this area will go a long way to helping detox. So we do want to do oil pulling with either coconut oil or whatever kind of an oil that you can use. I like coconut oil, because it's saturated and you can, do it for about 20 minutes and then spit out. You can use an activated charcoal toothpaste, which also will help cleanse your mouth and get out any mouth toxins. You can use a tongue scraper to scrape off any toxins from your mouth. You can gargle with just saline, which is just sea salt water, and just gargle with that solution will also help cleanse the mouth. And for your neti pot, you want to do a saline solution. So just salt water basically through the neti pot and through your nose. The next thing that you can do is dry brushing. So if you're really ill, you can just take one of those like bath brushes and just brush your skin. It's a way to help get anything, kind of alleviate anything on your skin, to get it off and to help your pores open up so that you can sweat better, so that you can release the toxins. So dry brushing, is a powerful tool, and you can just sit down no matter how ill you are and just do the dry brushing for 5 minutes, whatever. I like to do hair brushing as well with a hairbrush. You can do like 100 hair brushes. It helps to, it sort of helps to detox the brain in a way, because you're just kind of moving those toxins out through your scalp and down into your hair and out, right? Just helping to alleviate. It's kind of like dry brushing, but it's just like through your hair and scalp and brain. Okay, so I said walking. So walking, especially in the heat of the day, or walking anytime, just helps to increase circulation. And when your circulation or your lymph starts to get moving through lymph massage, circulation, walking, you can do rebounding on the trampoline, whatever. As soon as your lymph starts to move, it helps to start to flush out toxins. What else did I want to say? Saline enema in the morning. So we're not really doing like a major enema here. I'm not talking where you fill the bucket and you drain it from behind. Just fill like one of those bulbs that you can get at the pharmacy, a little bulb of saline water. Just put it into your rectum, squeeze the water up, and about 10 minutes later, that's kind of like a flush. It's kind of like a mini flush or a mini sort of enema. So I would go ahead and it just helps to cleanse the colon and get things moving and get things started. And we also want to have a bowel movement in the morning. So that's one thing that you really need to do. So I don't like to advocate for a lot of fruit because of the gut bugs, but if you can have even just something little by way of fiber or fruit or salt water, you can do like a saltwater flush. This will help activate a bowel movement, and that's one thing that we want to get going in the morning. So that's a simple way. You want to make sure whatever it takes for you, whether it's movement, a small glass of coffee. I don't drink coffee at all, but for some people this could help move the bowels. Like a mini enema in the morning will help move the bowels. Full enema if you want to go for it. And then a saltwater flush. So you would take a big glass of water and put in 2 heaping tablespoons of sea salt, stir it up, and you're going to drink it. And it's really going to taste horrible. So if you want to chase it with some regular water, that's fine. And you're gonna basically just drink that, and hope that will help to flush and excrete your bowels. That's a really another great thing. Stretching, as kind of lame and whatever as it sounds, will help to, get the lactic acid that has been stored overnight in some of your tense areas, like your back, your shoulders, your neck, wherever you're holding that tension, and you stretch it out, the lactic acid will start to move, and if you've activated your lymph, it will start to flush. So you just don't want to keep it built up and that lactic acid sort of growing and creating tension balls in your body as the day goes on. You want to stretch it out, move it out, with fluids, with walking, and with stretching. Let me just look at my notes here. The tea. Oh, hydrating water. Lots of water in the morning. You can do sea salt water or regular water, and this will hydrate you. It will help to flush you, and it will just help to clear any toxins that came during the night. We had green juice, the sweating, the neti pot, the saline, the enema, the dry brushing, the baths, the walking and the movement, the oil pulling, the stretching. And the last but not least is an early bedtime. So if you get to bed on time and you are in bed, and sleeping by 10:30, if you will go through those periods of the night when your body is meant to be detoxing, and it will actually detox. If you miss those windows from like 11 to 1 or 11 to 2, when the body does its major detox system, it's really hard to detox that night, and then you are behind. So if you have broken sleep, if you're not having good sleep, if you're not getting to bed on time, these are all things that you have to work on. But the longer you sleep, the better that you will detox at night, and the more refreshed you will wake up feeling in the morning and less toxic. So I hope these tips have been helpful. This is just a gentle daily thing. I'll do a video very, very soon about some intense protocols for detoxing, which you do have to be very, very careful with. So I'll lay out my thoughts on that. But this is good for anyone, and I would recommend doing it as often as you can, and every day building the habit is even better.